What's up, y'all? We're back for another IG Live today with Bree. So we'll just give people a second to join. My dog Davion was happening, my boy, and Chadwick. Thank y'all for joining, man. Look at this. Bree's so prompt. I love it. Didn't make me filibuster. Bree's already here. Thank you so much. Awesome. Let me go ahead and get her in the chat. What's up, y'all? Thank you for joining. What up, E?
I'm sideways. Hold on. Wait, there he goes. Not that way. Oh, God. Hold on.
I can go sideways too if that's cool. Hey, hold up. We can do that.
It back the other way.
If that's what we need to do, it's no problem.
There we go. Wait, that's upside down now. Nope. This way. There you go. So now it's so close. There we go.
This is about closeness, Bree. You know what I mean? We're going to go there. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being prompt. I appreciate it.
So close. I'm going to practice that. There we go.
It looks great.
Perfect. I feel like my head's covered, but there we go.
No, you're good. It's good framing and everything. How are you? How was your day?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's been a day, you said?
Yeah, it's been a fine day. Can't complain.
Good. Day after the birthday, so.
I know. What
What's
else did
that?
you do? I said, what else did you end up doing?
Mallory, my wife, made some authentic po' boys. So I had a big back birthday. But then I decided that I was gonna get on my healthy eating tip. So my birthday falls at midpoint of the calendar year. So
Yeah,
it's
like
really
half
good.
and half.
So it's a really good time for me to just look back and assess how things are going. And
Are you going to do
37. Now, why you gotta do that? I've never, because you can't drink on 75 hard, right?
No.
It's just water. Have you done it before?
No. No.
I don't think I will. I did join this challenge where we got to walk, and don't laugh, we got to walk 10,000 steps each day. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I know. That's why I said don't laugh. But we'll get it done. That's just for me, that's the floor. That's not the ceiling.
Fair.
So
Like
you got to start somewhere. But by this time next year, I'm going to be a.
Arnold Schwarzenegger here.
You know what I mean? Right.
You're going to have Drake abs.
I'm not- They say that was on Ozempic.
I don't know that they're real, but they're there.
Mine are going to be real. Don't you worry. So
if you're
listen,
you may have to walk a little bit more than 10,000 steps.
I know.
But I have faith in you.
I appreciate that because I'm telling people because I want people to hold me accountable. If you see me, and I love burgers. If you know me, I love me a burger. And so I may have to give that up momentarily or maybe do lettuce burgers. I don't know.
Lettuce burgers, I don't take them. I appreciate it.
I know.
For them. Don't take it seriously because what's the point of eating?
I know. But honestly, that's how I feel about vegan food. Don't sell me on how much it tastes like meat.
I agree.
I'm not trying to. Yeah, just say it's good, healthy food. You know what I mean? It's from the earth.
I'm with you. You should go. There's this place in Lido called Champ Burger. It's supposed to be. I've gone a couple times. It's pretty good. They have a 5-star rating. It's always a long line.
Really?
Not after you're done with your whatever you're
doing. Oh, I just told you for the next year.
I'm the worst person. Do not ask me to.
You're just like, you can handle it. You can have a burger. I'll probably have a cheat day. So I appreciate the confidence. And I'm going to step it up. Don't you?
It's about 80-20.
You're absolutely right.
I'm here for.
I see. And I think people see it too. What? Your personality is already showing, which I love.
I'm not the person to be friends with when you need an accountability partner in that sense.
Really?
No.
Why is that? Because it comes naturally to you? Because I'm
going to be the person that's like, let's go do it. You live once. Don't do it.
That's a different kind of partner, though, that people want, though. That's a different type of accountability partner, right? Life is too short. YOLO. Let's turn up.
Go have that burger. You will be fine. You'll be okay. Just not every day. You just can't have it every day.
You know what? You're right.
Every other day, maybe. Just not every day.
All right. Now, if I blow up, I'm going to ask you to give me maybe a dance routine on some Taibo or Zumba, some shit that I can use to.
That's between you and the Lord. That's between y'all. I'm just here to give you a good time, not a long time. You gotta have fun. At the end of the day, you just gotta have fun.
You're right. I'll keep you posted. How about this? Every live, every week, I will give y'all an update on how I'm doing with my fitness goal because I want y'all to hold me accountable. How about that?
I love that. I think you should. Do it at the top of the hour.
Top of the hour. While I'm filibustering when people are late to lives. Not like you, though. You were
always
on time.
I'm on time. I'm early most of the time.
And I love the chat because Chad asked the question, how many lives have people been gone? Have people attended? And I think he said 4 or 5. I'm
Oh,
seeing
I
four
haven't.
and five. What's that?
I said I hadn't read the chat, but
And you had been on a number of these lives before you decided to join.
I've been on a couple. I caught up with them once we
A
chatted.
live. You watched it on YouTube.
There's a couple I popped in and out, but I caught up with a couple of them.
Absolutely. So that's a reminder for y'all to check them out. If you can't catch it live, check them out on YouTube and go subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. That's when you can start monetizing. Don't make me do this. You know what I mean? Don't make me beg. I'll beg. Anywho, let's jump into it. So, for those who have attended these in the past, I usually try to start off with a spotlight on a black business. And I want to know if you've tried them before. If not,
Okay.
maybe we can set something up. So this spotlight today is going to be on Third Ward Tours, aka Let's Do This Houston. Does that ring a bell?
No, never.
Well, you're in luck, right?
Tell me
'Cause
more.
they do bike tours. They are an events company and they let you explore the city in a really dope way on bikes with community, good music, good vibes, and they host really cool nights where they do LED bikes and they do R&B music and
Ooh,
group bike rides, and they do mural tours, brunch rides, historical routes that kind of show dope Houston culture. It was founded by a guy, Alan Moore. He's a PV grad, shout out to PV, who started mentoring youth and turned that into his purpose, which I respect
yeah.
tremendously. And so anyway, tomorrow I'm talking to Alan and we're going to talk about what a well-matched Let's Do This Houston collab looks like, because everybody's been asking, how do we connect people singles in real life? So you're going to look out for that.
Good luck.
So thank you. So I'm looking for who's been to Let's Do Houston. Let's Do This Houston. It looks like Tari said that Boosie Webby ride was a vibe. See, it's for the culture.
So fun.
It's not many. I love Boosie and Webby. I don't know if that. I know you. Did they really play that at
I
Alabama?
knew you were gonna try. I knew that was coming.
Did you get that
Yeah.
there, or you did? Maybe there'll be a quiz later. Who knows?
Trust me, we played it at. We had Shelton State next door. We played it. Don't play. Have you ever
Okay,
been?
what's
Have you
that?
ever been to
I,
Tuscaloosa?
I
Oh,
haven't. What am I missing? Is it like that?
yeah. You gotta go on a game weekend. You have to. I'll give you all the good restaurants. You gotta do
Okay.
that. Gotta get there.
Damn, did I lose audio, or is that? Let me know in the chat if anybody else lost audio. Can you hear me still? You can. Damn. Nah, I can't hear you. Can y'all hear Bree by chance? Wait, Bree, I think I heard something.
Can you
Maybe.
hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we can hear you now. We can hear you
Perfect.
and we can
Yes.
see you.
LSU. You gotta come to LSU or Tennessee or Georgia game.
All
Like
right.
you have to put that on your bucket list. I think everyone has to go to an Alabama game.
That's the one thing I missed going to a HBCU. I love my experience, but I didn't get that big college earthquake game on Saturdays. Tailgates were cool, but not
Yeah.
like
I think there's trade-offs, right? And I loved my time at Alabama. Would do it again a million times over. But there's trade-offs.
copy. All right. Well, let's get into your bio, which I'm
Oh
so
my god.
excited to read.
I did not know we're going through a bio.
Let's go. Where do I begin?
This makes me nervous.
All right. So today we are blessed to have Briana here. She's 35, Houston based, and living proof that you can be funny, feminine, and focused without having to shrink any of it. When we first had our private one on one a few weeks back, I caught it instantly. She's quick witted, she's emotionally intelligent, and low key hilarious. But if you're not sharp or present, half of her brilliance will fly over your head. And that would be a waste because this woman is clearly worth hearing and seeing. Bree was a cheerleader at Alabama, Roll Tide, as well as for the Titans and the legendary Dallas Cowboys. And while doing all that, she was still working full time, and now she leads in HR with the same intentionality she brought to every stage. She's grounded, graceful, no wasted movement. And on the side, she coaches a dance team and judges competitions. She's got discipline, heart, and schedule that stays full, but it's never frantic. Let her tell it. She was raised in love and structure. Her dad was a West Point grad, doesn't miss. Her mom, all warmth and loyalty, never lived alone, but still managed to raise a daughter to be fiercely independent. Brianna's 50% her mom, 50% her dad, but 100% sure of what she brings to the table. Her parents have been married for 30 years. She's the oldest and with a younger brother and was raised in a home that was loving. And I could tell in our one-on-one because Bree was so wise, right? Almost like the southern front porch with a glass of wine wise, right? She's the kind of woman that had a quote or idiom for everything. Whenever she made a point, it was like a saying that went with it. And it was just really dope to see. It was like grandma was talking through her.
Good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. That's wisdom. That's good. You can share that. I learned. So I asked her closest friend. I asked her, what would her closest friend say was the reason she's single? She said, because it's hard to find someone equally yoked. Bree's a high capacity woman who's used to taking on projects, loving deeply, even with someone who wasn't fully ready. But Bree made that clear. She said that she doesn't do that anymore. She told me she's cool with walking away if that's not her person. And I love that because I know that she means it. She's looking for something warm, looking for someone warm, intellectually curious, and emotionally safe. A man who communicates clearly, leads with love, and values connection over control. So if that's you and you're serious about real love, grown faith, clear communication, a woman who gets it, Bree might be your person. Welcome, Bree. So how did I do? I know it was long. That's what I usually get. But how did I do? Was there anything? I don't know, AJ.
I'm gonna just bring you along. Your check's in the mail. You can come with me anywhere. Now, the only thing I'll say, my mother would kill me, but she also graduated from West Point, so that's her.
Oh, mom graduated from West Point too?
Yes. So I have to give her credit there. She's one of 2 Black women in her entire class. So I always have to. I think hers is more impressive than my dad.
No,
like whatever.
that's absolutely.
But my mom is. She'd kill me if I didn't say that.
No, no. Shout out, mom. That's awesome.
Great, love it.
Just with how you were describing her when I was asking you about your family upbringing, mom just seemed like she had no military background. You know what I mean? She just seemed so
No,
warm,
just like
soft.
she is, but she was valedictorian and all the things. So she's like, she did her 4 years and she said, I'm good. So
Yeah.
she got out, but they balance each other well.
I love that. It sounds like they do. All right. So I guess I don't even have to give house rules. Everybody knows this is a conversation that we're having. Take your time. It's a good conversation. No one's trying to go viral for the wrong reasons. This isn't a gotcha moment. Let's get a chance to meet this person who I know is special. And it's really an opportunity for everybody just to be a part of this whole conversation. So I want you to be a part of the conversation. So if you have any questions, any comments, please share them. We're going to make time. I want this to be a dialogue for real. We can carry it. I already know it's going to be a good time, but we want to involve you too. So how I do the process is I think there's compatibility across 9 areas. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of those 9 categories. I'll give you my take from the questionnaire, and we also had a private one-on-one. So I have a lot of information that I use to match, but I want to give her an opportunity to answer some of these questions live just so people can get to know her. So let's jump into it, Brie.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So the first one is emotional intelligence. So in the questionnaire, you put that you've done consistent therapy and you know how to name your feelings now. Mm-hmm. But what I loved about your questionnaire, you said that you didn't walk away the first time you were disrespected. But then you were also saying how that's changed, how you've grown from that, how that's the past. I love how you named what happened. And you told me, and that told me that emotional clarity was earned, and you're not just available, you're discerning now. And you said that you don't leave room for guessing anymore. And that told me your gut needs to be basically aligned with the person that you're in front of, right? You're going to trust your gut. You're going to trust that the guy who's for you needs to be emotionally literate, take accountability, and be a partner in reflection. And he doesn't need to be perfect, but he needs awareness. Is that fair, or is there something there that you're like, I don't know?
No, I agree. I think that's very fair. I've been in therapy for forever, and it's not because something's wrong. I just use it as maintenance at this point. And I think that it's like my peace and my calmed all the things out of my head on a day-to-day basis. But also, I've had the same therapist for so long, so she'll also tell me when I'm insane and when I which I appreciate. She keeps me honest and she keeps me in the moment. which I need sometimes. But on the flip side of that, I think that through that, I've answered a lot of the tough questions. And I think, as you mentioned earlier, I'm a very high capacity
Yeah.
person. For there's good, there's bad. I don't like wear it as a badge of honor. I just think that's who I am. But I think with that, though, comes the need for a partner who is also emotionally intelligent enough to balance that out
Yep.
and to check me when I need to be checked, but also to know when to take a step back and when to play like a supporting role or the leading role. So I don't have time for guessing. I make 6 million decisions. I told you I
Yeah.
make like decisions a day. And the last thing I want to do is have to make a decision in that capacity and in that relationship and in that that's like the thing I have to do on a day to day. And I get frustrated and bored easily.
I get you. So here's a question I have for you. So let's say he does. We're gonna okay. So these questions are gonna be like assuming be dating
Mm-hmm.
someone. So I want these are gonna be situational questions. So
Okay.
like, let's say he does something that triggers you. How do you name it? And do you expect him to already know what's wrong if you're kind of like, or are you someone who will bring it up in real time?
I will bring it up in real time, but it's going to be with like levity and humor, most likely, unless it was egregious. If
Mm.
it's egregious, it gets black and white. If it's annoying or slightly triggering, I'm bring it up, but
Yeah.
I lower the temperature on it, and I will probably make a joke out of it. Um, and I will probably call a spade a spade. I'm not going to like be
Yeah.
about it, and I'm not going to, especially if it's something that like I told them about before. I'm not going to hold it against him. If it's second, third time, we have a problem. But like first, you're good. You get one shot
Okay.
to that choice when it is something like that. But I said, I know it's out alive at the end of the day. And if I have to, if everything is the mountain every single time, then like it's gonna be a very long relationship and one that I will probably exit from swiftly.
Exactly. And look, y'all, did you catch the two quotes or idioms there? Like, no one gets out alive. Like, that's, like how is like one of the longest things that we
Mm-hmm.
do. So it's like, you should take it seriously. But at the end of the day, like, don't take it too seriously. We're not going to get out of this alive, right?
Father
And
time is like
undefeated.
100% success rate.
He's undefeated. Absolutely.
Undefeated.
All right. Love that. So let's talk about number two, which is communication and conflict. So you said plainly, if a man can't hold a real conversation or ask thoughtful questions to you, he's already halfway blocked. You need someone who's present in conflict and curious and calm. So you said you want immediate conversation when I asked you that question on the questionnaire, and you said not days of I just need space. So your man has to communicate with both maturity and emotional immediacy. He can shut down when things get real. How's that sound?
Yeah, I'll put a caveat there. If you need space, we'll take our space, but like circle back.
Yes.
Me hanging, but also um, on that. So we're not just in limbo. I think that that's where I lose a little respect, and that's where I lose a little trust because you're,
You don't feel hurt.
yeah, and also you're not a person of your word. If you said you're going to follow up or circle back, and that's my very like HR is coming out, but if you're going to circle back and like then do it, like
Right.
continue the conversation like nothing, and we didn't finish and it out.
Don't try
So
under the rug.
yeah,
Like comes up. It's like, yeah, fellas, women. Sometimes you just everybody thinks if you sweep it under the rug, you never have to address it. But boy, are you wrong in that. Like it's gonna come up in a furious way. That just takes away from the progress you could have made if you would have just addressed it. Like care for that person. Just make sure that you bring up stuff again.
I had this conversation like the day with someone. I was like, just rip the band, and it wasn't even about a relationship. It
Band-Aid.
was just something else. I think it was one of the girls I was coaching. I was like, just rip the band-aid off. Like, there's the point. It's so much easier. You get that weight lifted off of you. We can move forward. We can like have conversation. There's no point in like just in it
Yes.
uh, because I'm annoyed. Like I said, then I'm annoyed. Like now I have 6,000,001 things that I have to think about and make a decision about. And I'm just annoyed.
Absolutely. I got you. All right. So here's your question. So if you were in a disagreement with your guy
Uh-huh.
and he says, you know what, I need a few hours to cool off before we talk, how would you respond? Like specifically, do you wait it out or you press to talk it through immediately?
No, I wait it out because if that was me, I'm probably going to say something that is going to get me in trouble. And I'm probably going to say something that I'm going to regret.
Yes.
And I like that respect. So I'm going to give you that respect. Like I said, make sure you come back and make sure that like we are in that conversation in a couple hours. But like, if you need to go hit a couple golf balls, you need to
Come on.
go for a walk, whatever it is, like go with it. But ideally, I'm not having to drag it out of you or to have to bring it back up because then, like I said, that trust is broken. And in general, it just becomes not fun.
Yeah.
And it becomes like, I'm not your parent.
Right. Right. You're like, yo, you said hit a couple golf balls. It's like, man, have fun. Go like do what it takes for you
Yeah.
to refill your cup so you can be the person,
Yeah.
right, that you expect.
Yeah. I
So
think,
you're gonna have like quiet if somebody like goes out play golf or like goes out and whatever their activity is, right? Like you're cool with
yeah.
that?
Yeah. Because when you're doing that, I'm probably at like Neiman Marcus or something, like things on all the things. We have our corners, right? You kind of need a
Yeah.
break, time out, like you that referee to have that time out, and then you come back and you like temperature. Maybe what felt really big in the moment actually isn't that big in the grand scheme of life. And solve it out like two adults. And like the games or the like silent and all of that is just to me that like is a sign of emotional
Yeah.
maturity and can't build on that if you like that's like bare if you can't hit that then like we build on that.
Absolutely. I'm with you. And shout out to Nori. Like, what she put in the chat when you were talking about, when we were talking about sweeping under the rug, she was like, it's only going to create resentment
Yeah.
if it go unaddressed over time. I cannot agree more.
Yeah. And that like because it's always in the back of your mind, right? And it's always, and even if you never circle back, it's going to come out at some other point.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be the point where you don't want it to. And you may say things you didn't mean, or you may, when you do blow up, the issue that you're blowing up about really isn't the issue that,
Right.
hard or on your mind. And I think that, you lose a little bit of that like transparency. You lose that trust when you decide to sweep it under the rug. And it never gets easier. Like, when's the time you swept something under the rug and it got easier?
Never. I mean, you think it'll get easier. It's
Yeah.
easier in the moment, but like in the grand scheme of things, like when you look back, nah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's just keep delaying the inevitable unless like in a committed relationship. But
It's
like
like, it
sometimes
just,
people put it under the rug because
yeah.
it's like take that relationship seriously, right? So it's just
Yeah.
like, all right, we don't have to address this because I don't even know how long you'll be in my life. So
Like, news button. Like, you get up eventually.
yeah.
So, like, plan.
Okay. That's an interesting point you just made because now I have a question for the chat too. How many times do y'all hit the snooze button when y'all wake up? Like, Bree, you kind of get the like, do you even have to hit it once,
No,
or
I don't
like, are you just
do it at all. I, like, wake up before the alarm goes off. Especially if I'm going to, like, normally, like, 6 Pilates or, like, 5:30. Something in my body just wakes up and
naturally you
all of
want
a
to
sudden,
go? You're like,
I don't know that I want to, but
oh,
I,
interesting.
I people that hit the snooze 6 times, I'm like, you have to get up eventually, right? Like, I got the Hatch alarm clock, which makes mornings like infinitely
What's that?
and better. It's the one that like has the lights and the sounds, like it wakes you up peacefully in your REM sleep versus an alarm clock. I like 10 out of 10, 5 stars, 100% recommend.
So you might, when we talk about compatibility, Bree, you might need somebody who's equivalent because I could just see some morning arguments happening if they got that.
There's nothing that makes it. I'll give you after that. Like I'm
Yeah,
like
I think I gotta add that to the questionnaire, honestly. Like how many times you hit the snooze button? Because look, people said a million, 10, 2 to 3. Like,
minutes at a time. So by the time you close your eyes again, anyways, you got to get back up. Like logically, it does not make sense to me.
okay, well, they gonna fight you in the comments because, okay, I can stand a noisy morning. Absolutely not. All right, so it's
Hey,
kind of, I love that.
like
No right or wrong answer. It's your answer.
waking up, like especially iPhone are the
Oh my
worst. And
gosh, they're aggressive. And that's the ones I need. I ain't gonna lie to you.
it makes me so mad. The thing is, I'll probably be up anyway, so hit your snooze button 5 times anyways. But I'm be downstairs. But
Exactly. You'll be the alarm. Like, just
I like
get
right.
up.
I think I'm like when I get up early, I'm a quiet getter upper. Are you a quiet getter?
Ooh,
Are you the person that
that's
like
another good one. I'm considerate. Like, if I have like a, and I know Mal is on here. Mal, so tell me if I'm lying. But like if I have the only thing that's not considerate is the alarm that goes off. But let's say
Yeah.
I have like a tea time, so I'm getting up at like 5:30, whatever. Um, yeah, go off, but I'm quick to hit it, and like yeah, on all the lights. I'm trying to navigate the darkness. My wife, not really like that. Like she turn on the light. She want me kind of like about helping her. If she's something that's happening, like she's going a trip, I need to be up helping. Okay,
So
you
you like
walk that bag out.
go to the other bathroom to get ready when you like are up early.
Yeah, I got that bag ready. And like
Okay.
she on me. She travels a
Okay.
lot for work. So it's like, the argument for real. Look at her. The alarm goes off every day. You are not quick, sir. All right, now go get in the car. Like, all right, all right. All right, that's good to know. But what about you? You say you're a quiet getter upper, and you
I
kind of you someone who's also a quiet getter upper.
You don't have to be quiet. You just can't do it in the bathroom that's attached to the bedroom. Like you can do that for
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah, yeah,
15.
yeah.
I'm gonna not hit the snooze 4 times if I'm still in bed. Um, and be considerate. I feel like consideration is the highest, like the highest forms of love,
Yeah.
though, because it
Mm,
means you're like actually about the other person in the little moments and in just the day to day. And what I think considerate at the basis of all this, it's consideration.
absolutely, I agree. Yeah, you're right. Everything we just talked about was like how are you and voicing those expectations too, right? Like it's to tell somebody like, look, hit the snooze button over and over, or you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm about to go on this trip, I want your help. You know what I'm saying? Versus like having someone their mind, because person like and they were saying like, yo, if you get into a nasty argument, you got to understand if the person was hungry or
That is true.
sleepy or tired, right? Because like you're not always yourself. You're not thinking
I
rationally.
agree.
So
I agree. But if you're, or do you drive her to the airport when she has to travel for trips?
luckily she can expense it.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. But I do. I get it now. I get it. Tap in. But it always easy for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love my sleep. I'm more of like a night person. Are you a night person or a morning person?
no, I'm a night. I'm a morning person. I like you can. I'll go to bed at like 9:30.
Every
Uh,
day.
yeah, for the most part. On the weekends, I'll like stay up a little later, but or if in town, I'll stay up a little later. But I sleep in. I wish I could. Like I really wish I could, but
Why
I
can't you
think I don't know.
hit
I
that
literally
snooze button?
even on the
Right.
week by like 7. I wish.
Wow. Good though. Someone I was talking to someone today about wellness and they were just talking about how it's just good to, sleep with the sun and wake up with the sun. So it sounds like you're doing that. So shout out to you.
I will fall asleep during a movie though. So if we start a movie after like 8, I will fall asleep.
Come on, man. Even if it's like his show or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he really wants you to watch, you can't force yourself to stay up.
I'll like wake up every 10 minutes and pretend like I'm
Is it
still
like
watching.
fake?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Do you ask what happened or you
no,
just like act like you saw it?
yeah, you can't. No, I just pretend like I know what's going on, or
Right.
you Google it ahead of time so you know what happened.
You do not
Yeah,
pre-plan your sleep like now during movies, do
I don't
you? Do you
pre-plan
do
it.
that?
I don't try to fall asleep. It just happens. So
Keep this girl away from iPick. We're not gonna set you up on a date at iPick, not with them comfy
no,
seats and
no,
food and
no,
drinks and
no.
that just sound like a disaster waiting to happen.
I
All
will
right,
fall.
let's talk about number three,
Okay.
financial mindset. All right. So you're a top 2% earner. I looked it up. I looked at the stats. And it's
Okay.
hard to find the stats, but you really well. And you would you be fine, who make significantly less. You said that you were not open to that. You also said like if you ever left your job for family, you'd need legal
Mm-hmm.
protections in place. And like I that because it's like yo, it's not anti-sacrifice. It felt like it was just anti-risk without a plan. Like you're talking, you have a financial advisor, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you are set up in a way to just have your money work for you and you have your retirement goals. So it sounds like you just want someone who can align with that. Did I get
Yeah,
that right?
yeah. I think you dollar for dollar, right? Like doesn't mean it's not. But what we talked about earlier, though, I think about is like money's right, and I think that shows up a lot when you have really disparate salaries and
Mhm.
incomes, and I think it shows up when you think about like vacation or are you going to send your kids to private school, or are you going, how are you putting in savings, right? All of the things that show up. So it's not necessarily a dollar amount. It is more of like a mindset and a value.
Yeah. Vacation spots. Is
Yeah.
that it?
Like, is your like totally an example? I'm not saying this is me, but I'm saying like, is like if you're like I want to go on vacation and someone's version of a vacation is like in Vegas and you're like you were thinking like oh in Italy, like those are two very different thoughts, but also how do you, I'm not saying it's impossible. It takes work to get to a place where like there's that like bitterness, resentment, or any of the above if you're the one that's constantly like paying for it all or if you're sacrificing.
Absolutely.
So I think there's like middle ground 100%. Doesn't have to be dollar for dollar, but I also think that like more salary and dollars in the bank, it's a lot more like money and but
Abundance versus scarcity.
yeah, like do all the things. And I believe in a struggle living out of the struggle life. Like I really do.
Yeah.
Shows up in all forms, right? Health and wealth and live and where you go to school, all the things.
Right.
And so it's not just the dollar, but I do think there is a sense of financial security that allows for other things to be unleashed and unlocked. And I know, I agree, totally fine. But do
Anybody disagreeing in the comments? I mean, let me know if y'all disagree with anything she said. Here's the question I have for you. Say he two questions. The first one is a funny one. That's kind of carnival is just kind of like I don't know if you see it
yes.
like he's like bad cruise has like this, you know, you love the sea, I know you love water, I know you love to travel. I'm gonna book this carnival cruise. Actually, I already booked it. What's your reaction?
Well, first of all, I hate cruises.
Okay.
For you book it, then we have other issues, and you really don't know me that well. But for this conversation's sake, if I did like a cruise, I would say the Ritz has a cruise now, right? Like
Yeah,
there's
yes,
options.
and like yes, cruise sounds good. However, let's look at Carnival. Let's look at our options.
There are options. I think. So I would hope that conversation happened before they booked it, but that I hate cruises, but I
You
think
who is this?
I
Okay.
do. I family reunion one time on a cruise, and I was like, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
But I'd rather just like spend in one place versus the like hopping in. I feel like I'm in a shoebox when I'm in there. It's just all the things. But if we were going on a cruise, I'm like, let's talk.
Ritz. I like that. That's pretty
Do you
catchy.
really want to go on a cruise that bad? I'm amenable. I can compromise. But
Like
so that's
you made that very clear. Yeah. So okay, not just the boat on water aspect
right.
of it, right? Like you like yachts.
Yeah, great. Well, I think
Okay.
right. I think this goes back to like struggle. Don't prescribe to that for the fun of it. And so
Carnival. I mean Carnival,
no
man. But
shade.
some of those look very struggly,
If
right?
you love it, you like it. I love it for you. Like
Atlantic, is that a good one? At what point would you? Okay, yeah. Question, Brandon. At what point would you expect a Ritz cruise? Like at what point in the relationship? And that was my question, but I'll let you answer that, Brandon,
okay.
if you're comfortable.
Here's my thing. If I can afford it myself at this point, I don't see a reason why I would go backwards here. But I also recognize I'm like I to like be a partner and bring that person along, like all the things. Like I probably paid for like both of us, right? At the end of the day, like if what I have my heart set on, and I don't have a problem paying for it. So to me, it's not a matter of like what in the relationship. It's more so like, is that what we want to do? Let's do it. Once I don't want to. If I can pay for myself now, then
Like what's like?
yeah.
Yeah,
Why would I go backwards? But why would I lower that expectation?
yeah. I mean, go on cruises. And this is an unfair question to you because you don't even like cruises.
I
You know,
hate
but answer an hypothetical is something you don't even mess with. So it's like, ah, not get it. But like, I got from what you just said is like, some people. Let's say you like cruises. If you just want to book a cruise at the drop of a dime, you get, saying like, oh, like, said some cruise ship. But I know like some people like
Oh
to
yeah.
and it's like yo like say pops wants to go on that cruise like you can just book that at the drop of a dime so it's like maybe it's like not at some point in the relationship where you've crossed like it's just the ability to do something fun and different and cool
Yeah.
at the drop of a dime.
I don't want to to prove that, like, I think there's milestones in a relationship that prove, like, I spend more here, XYZ. Like, if you want the experience, you pay for the experience. And if you're going to do it, you may as well do it well. And I would say that about any part of, like, your life in general. If you're going to do it, you may as well do it well the first time. Because nothing worse than, like, doing it half-assed and then being pissed that you spent that money on it and then you still didn't get the experience you wanted in the first place.
I got you. All right. So Brandon said, last question on this topic. I don't want this to be anyone's last question. And he said, would you feel comfortable going 50-50?
On what part? The cruise that we're not going on?
I
Or
guess
the.
this y'all are not going on. Yeah, I'm getting like for an excursion. Like, and let's say, do you like Costa Rica or like, I don't know,
Sure.
like maybe Italy, you know,
Yeah.
like would you 50-50 or are you like, nah, I'm not?
Yeah. I think one of the things my parents like have to be in general is just being generous in all capacities. And I think obviously like financial is always the first one that comes to mind. But like, I want my partner to experience that too. Like, if I do it, like, I want them to have the same enjoyment and I want them to have the same experience. And so if we're partners, we should be experiencing it together. And
Yeah.
if that means that, like, it's 50, it's fine. I'm not paying 50-50 on a first date, but like,
Right.
if we are in a relationship and we've decided we want to go to Italy or we want to fly first class, whatever, maybe to our cruise destination, I don't know. But like, yeah, at the end of the day, if your financial goals are aligned, I don't have a problem with that. I know it's not like the Instagram, TikTok thing these days, but like, ultimately working towards the same thing.
Absolutely.
And that generosity that shows up there and that like kindness and consideration like plays out in other facets.
It does.
Capacities, right? Like, if you take my car to get gas or fill the tires, whatever, like, those are things that like I balance it out.
That's a great answer. Brandon, I think she answered it, brother. And Brandon, stop playing like you don't want to go 50-50. I know Brandon's doing very well. Okay. It was more like a character question. I love how you answered that. I have no notes. And honestly, even if she would have answered that differently, like there's no right or wrong answer, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like some like, yo, nah, I'm not 50-50. Like that's the answer. Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
Someone like, yeah, I'm 50-50. Cool. You know, the compatibility with that person and who they're interested in. Anyway.
Still not paying
So
50 on a first date.
but not
So to be
playing
fair.
nah. Yeah. Has it ever happened? Like has it ever like tried to slide that
Once, but
bill?
you know when it was like you were supposed to pretend like fake for your wallet. That was my fault for doing that in the first place, and so it once never spoke to them again. And that lesson, I don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Absolutely. So someone said, okay, a lot of it comes down to mindset. Hard to be with someone with lack mindset when you have an abundance mindset. Yep.
I agree.
Absolutely.
And yeah. I think it shows up in values a lot of times, and it shows up in like kind of move through it all, right? If you feel like you're constantly in like the scarcity mindset, it becomes really hard to think like flip mindset to abundance or generosity or kindness. And I'm not saying it's wrong or right,
Right.
just saying it's
Right.
versus nurture again. Which like what I think I told you, like, is it someone that's like, I went through this, so you have to go through this, or is
Right.
someone that's I went through this and I so you don't have to go through this?
Absolutely. Now I'm with you. All right, so let's talk about relationship goals. So this is number 4 out of 9. All right, so in our one-on-one, you said you're preparing for marriage and kids, but you're flexible on timing. You're not rushing, but you are intentional. You'll live with someone before marriage if that makes sense. So your match can't be aimless. Clarity. Like even if it's not fast, like
Mm-hmm.
you're dating for vibes, you're dating for values. And one of the questions I had was like are open to like a journey if the man is worth it.
I think I would replace slow with intentional,
There
right?
you
I
go.
think slow has like a connotation. I
Mm-hmm.
think intentional, right? And I think having really clear understanding of like where you want to go and where you want that relationship to go.
Yeah.
If you're in and you're still like thinking of it,
Right.
I
Like
probably
still on the fence. Don't really
yeah,
have like a on where y'all are gonna go or what the plans are for you. You're like nah,
yeah. I
because
think
that's not intentional.
yeah. There's nothing like sexier than a point of view, right? Like, do you have a point of view on where this is going and how you plan to get there? And if not, I would hope we hadn't made it a year without having that conversation. But if we did, That and you have it's the intentionality, right? I think slow indicates that like so
Yeah,
I think from an intentional standpoint, that's what I would lean into.
I got you. All right. So, what's the question I had? Okay, so a year into dating, and maybe this is too close. Like, if a year into dating, I said, said he wasn't ready to get married, but still saw a future. Would that make you feel unsafe? Like, would you give him more time, or would you bounce? Like, he kind of gave you half and half, right? He was like, ready to get married, but I still see a future. I don't know if I can marry you, but I see a future with you. Like, what is that for you? Like, how would that kind of land?
To me, that's one of those like you don't have a point of view things. So
Yeah.
you don't like I think it's for me personally, it's like so when someone doesn't have a point of view on something, and to me that's taking the easy road
Yeah.
out, an easy way out. And so you need to be able to have that point of view, but also if like there yet, and I think I told you this, like I believe most people know if that's the person you want to marry like within the first year. And if you're still like questioning if that's the person you want to marry, it's not the person that you should probably be. That's fine, right? Like that. Love that for you. I will exit stage left. Like figure it out. Um, but I think that the wishy washy, especially like at our ages, doesn't make sense. And it's late. It's lazy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
inconsiderate for real. Cause it's like, yo, if you know to have kids, right? And you know that, I think you've eggs, you said that you
Mm-hmm.
were comfortable saying that. Okay. So it's different. I don't know. But like say for instance you didn't, or like you're at risk pregnancy and it's like the person
Mm-hmm.
is to accomplish those things and you still playing games, like that's not considerate just of this person. Like
Right.
sometimes you gotta, get off the pot.
Right.
And so, yeah,
And
it's
selfish.
like,
Yeah, and selfish too. And especially if that's the first time you're having that conversation, right? If you built up to it and you're having those check-ins, like that's a little different. If that's what you're springing on someone in a year, I think that's a little selfish.
I agree. Okay, so you bouncing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going.
Look at the hearts. They're like, yes, girl, bounce. And
What are we
someone
looking
says,
for?
shout out to
Yeah.
those freezing eggs. Yes, man.
Yes.
Like, there's many people talking about that. And I think just probably gives you what? Like, talk a little bit about that. Like, then maybe.
Well, I'll get my little like HR plug. So many companies these days pay for it now.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of companies, especially like your companies, or just a lot of your companies now are paying for it. So check your benefits
Mhm.
because your company may pay for you to get it done. Um,
Yeah.
but I think that like for like, and we talked about it, but I have had so many like big dreams that I wanted to accomplish earlier in life and up until this point, and I've done them. And so I knew that like I probably regret having kids earlier. And so the fact that like
Mm.
modern gives me the opportunity to kind of pause on that at time, like made sense to me. And I don't regret it. And honestly, so many people, I think people are becoming more vocal about it. But if you talk to your friends or coworkers, so many people are actually doing it.
Yeah.
And um,
Yeah. Because, the question that I
yeah,
asked, and is great. I think it gives you so much autonomy, like
yeah,
gives you the ability and agency. Exactly, you're right. So love that. Thank you for
yeah.
sharing. So let's talk
Check
about what's that. Check the
check your
benefits. Shout out to those freezing eggs. Okay, that's my family planning. Actually, yes, and thank you for sharing. Absolutely. So let's talk about lifestyle and values. Okay, so faith based,
mm-hmm,
wellness minded,
mm-hmm,
intentional, and fun. I believe that. Like you are though. Like, okay, so you dance, you
uh-huh,
judge dance,
uh-huh,
like you back, you value effort and joy, and like it's like you are cool with somebody who has like their passions and their own
mm-hmm,
hobbies and goals. We touched on that earlier, but like a lot of people say that they want their significant other to have like these hobbies outside of their relationship, but then like when you actually do those things, like it's a problem or
right.
like the form of resentment. Like I want to go back to that. Are you saying that like you have that? Like is that
No,
true?
because the likelihood that I would end up with a partner that tried to squash some of those like hobbies and goals is probably slim to none, right? Like I'm a better
Mhm.
person and a better partner and all of the things when I have like my side of my brain and my right side of my brain working. And I know that I'm a better person, and so I have to assume that that probably shows up in other people as well when they have those avenues to explore new hobbies, explore new activities, take the trips, whatever it may be. Like about yourself, go learn about something else, and come teach me about it. But no, I'd be not be with someone who wanted me to give up some of those things. Now, can I reduce the schedule? Yes. Am I giving it up completely? No. And I would hope that they wouldn't either. I don't want to be your hobby. Like, I don't want to be your only source of joy and excitement and all of the above. I've been there before. It's like the burden of that is too much. And frankly, I just don't have like the capacity to be that person anymore.
I love that. I mean, the golfers out there are Birdman hand rubbing, thinking about how their Saturdays and Sundays might go.
As
But
long as you like get in when the first alarm goes, take like the child on your way out, go have fun.
right, the dog beforehand, that stuff done.
Exactly. The basics.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Describe your perfect lazy Sunday. Or I'm not even gonna say lazy. Describe your perfect Sunday with your potential partner, right? So like that can include church, that can include, like just like maybe the picture of what a Sunday with you would be like.
Most Sundays I feel like I'm up around like 7, go to like the Pilates class, and then I come home and walk the dog. And then if friends are in town, or like we go to brunch, or I'll do like brunch at the house, or people will come over. And that depends on if we have a game or not. Like we have basketball sometimes, but if we don't have a game that day, we like sit on the couch, honestly, like watching a game, one of the games at least. I'm a stage mom for like some of my friends that are still cheering. So I'm like trying to find them in the crowd, probably, or find them. Or like going game, or, at a bar watching a game, whatever it may be. I don't know. I like a very like low Sunday.
Yep.
That like if you have a couple hours, great. Then you're coming home and like getting set. I like to do a lot of work on Sundays. So I'm not like a up and clean girl. Okay. Never will be that. Okay. But love organized structure with the ability to flex when it comes to that.
I see.
If that makes sense.
It does. So do you like meal prep at all? I'm curious. No. Okay.
I like cooking when people come over. I could eat cereal every night for dinner. Like cereal every night for dinner. Mostly the idea of having to figure out what I'm going to eat is like a decision I don't want to have to make. So I cook. I prefer to do it when I like at hosting. So when other people are coming over all day, if it's just me, it's like very late.
Love that. Okay. I think you paint the picture. I would have painted the picture for like you and your partner. It sounded like that's what you was going to be doing.
I mean, maybe not Pilates.
So basically, like he's
we all go to Memorial Herman. Like we go to Herman Park. We go
Herman.
We go to brunch, come home, and like watch a game, or if we go meet friends out, or if we want to do like dinner, whatever it is. Like all of that is very inclusive of a partner. There's nothing that I'm like, I want, maybe minus my Pilates. That's my like one to myself. But other than that, come on down.
Love that. All right. Does that align with your weekend? Looks like Brandon he loves golf. Are you eating out most days?
It depends. I feel like during like women's season for dance team stuff, probably I try to eat breakfast and lunch at home, but I also work from home most of the time. So like I try to like eat at home most of the time. But it gets crazy yes, I think that like intentional time with someone means that you have like made it.
What happened? Bree, I don't know what happened. Thank you guys for coming back. That was weird. Appreciate y'all for coming back. We're just gonna give Bree a second to. I don't know what happened, Bree. You saw me. My hands were here. Like, I can't. I don't know what Instagram is up to. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I forgive you.
Exactly. Like, dang, come on. I'm trying to make a good impression. Like, like what was that about? Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what that was
No
about.
worries. Who's your Wi-Fi provider?
There you go. All right. AT&T, you
Mm.
know what I'm saying? And it's sturdy. Like I didn't lose. It might have been yours, honestly. Like I can't even there's no explanation as to why it would have been yours. So I'll just take it. I think it was just a
It's
glitch. We'll go with
happens.
that.
It happens.
Okay. So you were just telling us about like your love languages
Yes.
and how you're good off of just the words. Like you want people to show up for you and to yeah, like give you that quality time.
Yeah, for sure. I think, like I said, it's so intentional to like choose someone and to choose to spend what finite time we do have with someone. So I think that uh, that is such a pivotal like love language in general because it really does give you the opportunity to like be intentional, make choices, and truly choose someone.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay. So let's say that I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if your partner's distracted or distant for a few days,
Uh huh.
how would you bring it up? And what would make you feel loved again in that moment?
Definitely like probably cracking a joke like I said, bringing the temperature down, probably sending a text or a meme or like a TikTok video that we probably like talked about, bringing the temperature down, and then kind of just giving the space, right? I think nothing's worse than like trying to force it out of someone, and maybe they're just like some days you just are in a bad mood, and
Absolutely. Is that
um,
okay with you? Like
yeah,
if people are in a bad mood or
there are
you like
days I wake up and I'm like, I literally don't want to talk to anyone. Like, there's no reason for it. Like, there's no deep anything. I literally just don't want to talk to anyone.
yeah.
And so I think giving space for that is so important because, like I said, you get in those, like, everyone has those days, and there's not really a trigger, and there's not really something that went wrong. You're just like, I don't really want to talk to
Yeah,
you.
it's just one of those days.
Yeah. And so I
Leah.
think that, like,
No, it
giving
was who's that?
space,
Monica?
say
You
that
know
again.
that
Oh,
you know that
yeah.
song?
Yes, yes. I know you're gonna try to play me about Alabama, but yes, I do know that.
Alabama. Hmm.
But I do know, yeah, you have those days, and I think that having that opportunity to just be like, I'm here if you want to talk, or if you're just like, never mind, I need time away, or like I just
Yeah.
need.
Like that's totally cool. So it's like, with compatibility, I just want to make sure I put you with somebody who, because we talked about this too. It's like, although you need immediate conversation and one immediate conversation, like you're totally cool if that person just needs some time or some space,
Yeah,
right? Like it's all good. Like this is not gonna cause, a rift between us,
yeah,
right? Like it's gonna be cool, but like let's just talk about where we're at. Like let's not try to sweep where we're at under a
right.
rug. And if where we're at is literally just like I just give
You
me a
need a
minute,
day.
give
You
me a
need a
day.
day. Like you need a night,
Yeah,
whatever, right? Even if and it doesn't need to be some big like ordeal. It doesn't need to be some big whatever. Sometimes you just need a day, and I
you
think
just need a day.
giving people like that grace, like that's where you build trust, and that's where you build like that vulnerability to be like authentically you and like yourself.
Yeah.
And so forcing it, just now you're pissed off at the world, and now you're annoyed at your partner, and it's just like,
Right.
it never makes for a good combo.
And right, like being pissed off at your partner doesn't make the world any easier to
Right.
deal with, so might as well just try to make it right with them so y'all can
If someone
attack
in
this world
your
together.
corner that day, yeah.
Exactly. I'm with you. All right, so let's talk about deal breakers and red flags. This is 7 of 9. Okay, so let's see. So in the past, we talked about it when I asked your best friend, like, why is Bree still
Mm-hmm.
single? They said, she has taken on projects. So it sounds like you don't want a project. Like, basically, a man who lacks vision or you said kindness or
Mm-hmm.
consistency, that person isn't even making it to date too. Um, did I get that right?
Yes, I think as we talked about earlier, like having a point of view is sexy. I may not agree with you. I may not like that. May not be my point of view, but like having enough emotional intelligence, having enough information, being curious about enough to have a point of view is so, it's sexy, it's attractive, it's all the above. Um, yeah, people who don't have a plan, uh, like
I'm just
a
thinking of a question I'm about to ask you, but yeah, like
direction,
yeah,
right? Because, and I think I told you this, like, it should be 100-100. It's not like 50-50. It's not, and I know there are days where you're going to like ebb and flow and flex all the above,
yep,
but I do not want to be, I'm not a project manager. Like, if I was, like, I need a 401k to come along with it. I need a lot of other things to like come along
yeah,
with it. Um, and I don't want to be a project manager in my personal life. I like that doesn't bring me joy. And it's, it's like that weaponized incompetence too at times,
mm,
right? Where you're just like, you know, the trash needed to go out, take the trash out.
right. Like don't let me have to say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know your job, man.
Exactly.
Like you know your job, right? Like you know what you're gonna bring to the table, right? So yeah, like don't make me say it. You know,
Don't make me say that is
don't
like
make me
that is
say
I
it.
will say that is like a pet peeve. Like don't make me say it.
I got you. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna give you a scenario. So let's say you found out your person, not your person. Let's say you found out the person you were dating had a six-figure student loan and was still climbing financially, but had a clear plan. Had a okay, she is a table. Okay, sis, you know, had a clear plan. Would that concern you, or would you view that as manageable? They had a clear plan, but they had a six-figure student loan, but they were, you know, financially
What's the
climbing.
plan though? Like if your plan is to like pay the minimum payments that they are mandating you pay, like that's not a plan.
That's fair.
If your plan is like I don't know, I can't even think of anything right now. So I think it's you got to ask the questions, right?
I'm
Like
not gonna pay it off, but I am gonna put a good 10,000 down on it, just and then come back to that later. You know, I'm gonna sweep that under the rug a little bit, right? Like that's not your plan,
that,
right? That's not something you're interested in.
that's that's not a plan. But also I think like when you think about what you want in the next year, 3 years, 5 years, that is going to significantly impact what you can do and how you do it. And I think that if your plan is, I'm just going to pay what they tell me to pay, I don't necessarily think that's a plan. If your plan is like, hey, I'm going to like take my 401k down 2% and pay extra, whatever it is. But also, like, to that point, as a partner, I'm here, you know, if this is someone that just like moved into my house or whatever, maybe you're we're in a house, whatever, um, you know, I would want to be part of the plan, right? And I'm like, I think it goes back to that generosity. It's not just like my money. I'm happy to
Mm,
figure out if it makes sense financially for, you know, is it you pay less you pay less rent or whatever, and it's you pay take that extra and you put it towards your student loans, whatever. But like I said, I think your plan needs to be thought out and it needs to have milestones and it needs to but once again you should have thought about this already. I'm not your project
you're
manager,
not the
so
pro
like
exactly. Like you need a project plan, but you're not the project manager. So it's
correct.
like come to her with the plan. Like if you happen to have six-figure student loans, but you have a plan, like consider her the executive. Consider her the key
And what
stakeholder
else?
that has the ability to be like, nah.
But I also think like how did we get here?
Right.
How did we get here? Did you like if you went to residency, I get it, right? Makes complete sense. If you are like I don't know, I don't want to like I
A
can't think of
lawyer,
a job, but
you know what I'm saying?
a
Like you
lawyer,
went to
yeah,
law
you're there.
school. Yeah.
But if you're like I just didn't pay them for
Oh
10
yeah,
years,
yeah, yeah. Like if you're in kinesiology, but you got 200K, you know,
makes
it's like,
sense.
come
I
on, man.
want you to have that debt because I don't want you to like kill me on the operating table, right? I want you to like I want you to have that
Hmm.
education. If you are like if you know whatever job it is, if you're like I just didn't pay them for
Yeah,
twice a year, then like that's not I've struggled with
I
that.
got you. I'm with you. Okay. So 8 of 9, penultimate. So relationship roles. Okay, so you prefer to follow, but only when it feels safe. You said you're not compete. You don't want to compete. You're not going to
Mm-hmm.
compete with your man,
No.
but you also won't blindly submit if someone doesn't lead well. And you said that your guy needs like emotional regulation, vision, steadiness, not control, clarity. And so I guess I want to ask you, like, is that how you define leading? Or like, are there certain decisions you want him to fully take the reins on? Like, yeah, I'll ask it that way.
Yes, I think that's a pretty good like description of how I would see it. I think, and I think we talked about this, but like all those like little decisions over the course of a
Mhm.
relationship really help build that trust and really help build the expectation of how you're going to show up and lead. And I am 100% fine like taking a step back. I don't like, I would like to be consulted is the wrong word, but like I want to have the
Mm-hmm.
conversation, but ideally at that point I would also trust that like you're making decisions that really look out for both of us and look out for the future. um I don't like it like don't be a command and control person. That to me that's
Mm.
just
It's
like
not
that's
gonna work
ego.
for you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
ego. But also to that point of ego, if I ask follow-up questions or ask questions in general, it's not because I'm disagreeing or challenging you. I just like I like to have information.
The
I like to
clarity.
have I
Just
like
the
to have like
clarity.
just give me the clarity. If it's dumb, I'm gonna tell you I think it's dumb, but like doesn't mean that I'm like fully against the idea, but I'm gonna tell you if I think it's dumb.
Yeah.
And so I think if you have that ego where you can't get feedback or you can't like hear a different perspective or you're closed off to a different point of view or a different way of handling a
Yeah.
situation, and you can't be like a hothead about it. Like there's not like if you yell at me, I'm out. I'm done. Like don't ever like
Mm.
do not ever yell at me. It'll be the last time.
Ooh. Full stop. Period.
Done. We are adults. You know, like you can communicate better. Don't yell
Yeah.
at me.
No, I love that. I love that. I'm gonna put that on your deal breakers. Like, don't raise your voice. Like, if you're someone, if that's how you view yourself as being expressive, nah, bruh.
Like
Hell nah. Like, Bree is not interested in anyone that raises her voice. Y'all heard it. You know what I'm
like do
saying?
not.
Like, we all saw it too, right? Like, deal breaker, right? We saw
I
that.
if you
Love that.
cannot communicate any better than that, then we have other issues. Like to me, that's insane.
Right. What if it's like, I love you?
Well,
What
well,
if
maybe
he's yelling
that's
to say I love you?
yeah. If you're
Like,
yelling
is that against
at me in an like in a disagreement to do that,
okay?
we're like inching up to the
That's
boundary.
borderline
Yeah,
no. Gotcha.
right. Why can't you just say
Just
it in a normal
say
tone?
it.
Just
Yeah.
say it. I think that it like shows a lack of emotional regulation.
Yeah. I'm with you. Okay. So let's see. The question I have for you for this one for relationship roles is say he had to move across the country for his career and he asked you to follow. Say it's been a year in and y'all are talking about how y'all are aligned, right? But you don't have a ring on your finger yet. But he definitely said, I see, I got plans for you. Um, but we got to move across the country. Like, what would you need to feel safe in doing that?
I'm not giving up the house. I will like not selling. I'm not selling. So
You're not selling your house, is what you're
no,
saying. Like,
correct.
yeah, okay. So you
Not
can
selling my.
move, but Airbnb, I guess.
You got to figure it out. And I would also, I go back to, and I sometimes feel like my HR like strategy mind, like sometimes infiltrates some of these conversations for better for worse.
Uh-huh.
But my question is like, is this a startup? Is this
Mm,
like an established company? Like what about this role is going to be
that's
different
fair.
than
That's
today?
fair.
And is this like a fast track to growth or promotion, whatever it is? But if you can't, are they paying for relocation? Like if you can't answer those questions, like go figure out those answers and then come back to me. But it can't just be like, I really like this job or this person or whatever it may be. There needs to be real clear ideas about what that looks like. But also I like in that situation, I don't think that there's anything wrong with like putting a timeline on it, right? I think,
Yeah.
you know, moving across the country and still not having an idea of like when you may get engaged or when, you may take that next step, whatever it looks like. So I will do I will ask you all those questions in the background. Like I said, I'm still keeping the house, and I'm not.
I love that.
There's certain protections I'm still keeping in place in the background.
Okay. Remind me, are you interested or would you be open to anyone long distance, or are you just looking for someone in
I
Houston?
could do both. I think I have enough like frequent flyer miles that we could figure it out. As long
Okay.
as it's somewhere fun. Don't be like in Idaho or something. I don't like don't
Nah, no one from Idaho has done it, but
give me
it's some
Sportside.
fun cities, some
Yeah.
fun cities. Okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. All right, so this is the last one, physical attraction. Okay, so you're looking for someone tall, clean cut, 90s black actor vibe,
Yeah.
right?
Love it.
Okay. So you said over 6 foot.
Uh,
How tall are you again?
I'm 5'1", but here's
Oh,
the thing. But
that's
here's the thing.
so funny. How did I know?
Because you have to have the balance, right? Like you got
Oh,
if
okay.
I
The balance.
can. Like I gotta have someone that can get something off the top shelf in the pantry. Like you gotta find that
That's
balance.
actually true. That's true.
Like
Y'all both can't be using a step stool, right? Like,
exactly.
nah, that's fair.
Like
That's
who's
valid,
gonna
actually.
change the light bulb? Like who's gonna do these things? So I like to go a couple inches down too. I'm not saying like 6 feet is the minimum.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so what's the minimum?
flexible.
What's the minimum?
I would say okay, it's not a deal breaker.
Okay.
Preference, not a deal
Okay.
breaker.
Yeah, I should say that. Yeah. You didn't say that those were deal
Yeah.
breakers. It was just like, yeah, my
In
preferences.
an ideal world, like 5'10", is that
Mm-hmm.
fair? I feel like 5'10" is fair.
You're
Um,
5'1", but 5'10" is fair.
okay,
5'10"
but if
is
I have heels on, then I'm like 5'5", 5'4".
fair.
Um,
Okay.
so once you like add all that together, but yeah, I think that there's
What
like
is that about? What is that about? Like, what is it? Is it
I think
is it about like kids that could be good at athletics? Is it about feeling safer? Like, help me understand like what height is about. Like, why is that? I mean, and I'm getting a lot of data from people, so I'm trying to come up with like conclusions. And I'm not a woman, right? So it's just like help me understand what height's about for attraction.
I think for me at least, can't speak for every woman, but I think for me, part of it is safety, right? I think that like, um, if we get like robbed at the Galleria, are you going to be able to like tussle a little bit, right? Are you going to be able to like
Right.
respect both
Yeah.
of us?
Absolutely. Right. Okay.
So I think part of it is just like, for me, it's like a safety protection thing. I'm a little chicken eye, right? So I think that if we're navigating through the crowds, can you move people out of the
Yeah.
way, or are you going to get run over?
Right.
Not saying that like all tall people would be able to move people out the way, and all short people
Right.
wouldn't, but in general, I think there's just a little bit for me, at least, a little bit more of that like safety security perspective of
Hmm.
it. And you know what? They may not even play sports. They may be like a piano player, right? But um, at least they'll have
You a
like
did a piano player? You did a pianist?
yeah. Why wouldn't
Okay.
I?
I don't know. I guess because yeah, you're right. Like, okay, so let me. I'm just trying to like put the picture together. So it's not like you want someone just tall, athletic, you know, who is like prototypical athlete. It's just like maybe someone who focuses on wellness, but like they don't have to be rah jock guy,
Yeah,
right?
no,
It could be artists or just a
yeah, no,
lovable.
not at all. I think that's what like most people think when they think like taller. But I think like I know plenty of guys that are, um, on the more creative side or whatever, maybe or piano or all the above. I think you can be well rounded. I don't think you have to choose one, but yeah, no, I don't have to have
Okay.
that. I think people assume because of my like athletic background and all of
Right.
that, but
Right.
what they say about assumptions.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So okay, let's see. So you said between 5'10"
I could
and
go
about
5'9"
five
ish,
nine. Okay, we got
5'9" and a
movement.
half,
We got
5'9"
movement,
and
boys. 5'9". All right, so now you're taking it. Okay, 5'9" and a half. How tall is too tall?
like 6'4" is pushing it, I think. Right? Like 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yes,
like
6'4" is
like Chris.
pushing it for you if I would, but I mean, I don't know,
I think more
like,
like Chris
because
Bosch and his
exactly,
wife.
I was just gonna say Chris Bosh. Like, that's
Yeah,
not a good look. Like, y'all not in the same frame of the
that's
picture.
true. So yeah, 6'4" is probably a little tall. Um, but I think if I had heels on, I'd be 5'5". So
See
really, I
you
mean, I
there.
could.
Okay.
It could like it ebbs and it flows.
It ebbs and
Um,
flows.
it ebbs
Love
and
that.
flows. Uh,
Okay, so the question I have for you. So, if you were out with him and an attractive woman came up to you and complimented his appearance, like
mhm.
what's your natural reaction? Like, do you laugh it off? Do you get possessive, or like do you check the response like with the woman?
I'm not checking anything with her, but I will say that like my initial thought was like, damn, I did good, right? Like at the end of the day, like it's not right. Obviously, unless like he entertains it or he engages, but as a whole, like I'm like, damn, and I know, right? Like
Right.
maybe I helped him pick out his clothes that night, and like I did good. So I don't think it. I think it's people are gonna do what they want to do. I can't control the public. You know, if they want to, if that's the boundary for them that they're willing to cross, like do you? But
Mm,
I feel confident enough in my partner that he still feels like I'm respected, but also on the flip side of that, I'm like, I chose well.
absolutely. Well matched.
Yeah, I would hope that if the opposite happened, they would feel the same way.
I hope so too. Cause man, what's the problem? Especially if you got this big tall man. Oh, especially if we don't find the 6'3" guy, and then let's say the 6'4" guy comes up and like, yo, man, you got a good one right here. Like what? Like he can kind of spaz out. Like that's a crash out moment for some
Yeah,
people.
I need anger not to be your first emotion there. That like that's a different problem, right? Like I need to be like, yeah, I
Yeah,
did good. Um,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I'm like,
That's mine.
yeah, at the end of the day, like I've heard it all, right? I've cheered in like every arena. I've been in every place. Like, trust me, I've heard it all. And so you gotta be a little deaf, you gotta be a little blind, sometimes just
Yeah,
like let it go. Um and as long as it's like respectful, right? As long as no like as long as it's respectful, I
yeah.
think you make a joke out.
Absolutely. Be respectful. Be
Yeah.
respectful. Be respectful.
But like be
Absolutely.
willing to check them if it gets disrespectful. Like you gotta be willing to
You
check them if
gotta
it
be
gets disrespectful.
willing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like you gotta look
absolutely.
at the other person too. Like
Yeah.
somebody come up with me, it's like, come on now. Come on, man. Come on. Thank you. Appreciate you. But you can't say that in front of
I feel
her.
like that was when I was cheering. I feel like that was the hardest thing, right?
Mm.
Because um, people are people, especially at a football game, at an appearance, whatever it
You're
may be.
drinking, people are drinking. I mean, the Cowboys fans, of course, too, right? Like, geez.
We won't even go there. You may not be a Cowboys fan, but everyone can be a cheerleader fan, is what I say.
Yes,
Um,
that's
but
true.
like, you got to recognize that, like, to your point, everyone's drinking, everyone is wild, just wild, right? And so if you're gonna fight every person that has said something to me, you're gonna be fighting for a very long time.
Mm, I love that. So it's like that's what you can expect with Brie. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like this sense of awareness and just like, you've been in so many places, so many arenas. You've seen and experienced so many different cool things too, to where it's like, man, like I could only imagine what it felt like. You were probably there for some of the dopest games at Alabama, the dopest games, in the NFL too, and just like that energy and the behind the
Yeah,
scenes stuff. So like that's so interesting. Um,
yeah.
but I'm sure that comes with its own, mess and drama too.
Of course. I mean, it always does. I think that, the good outweighs the bad, obviously.
Mhm.
And I think to your point, I've done things that like I said, I had a lot of lofty goals that I wanted to accomplish. I did them all in various arenas. I say various arenas, but just in different facets of
I
my life.
got you. Hmm.
And so I've done it and I take those experiences with me, and I've loved them for what they are, and I've learned a lot. I've met amazing people. I have amazing people in my life because of it. But I'm also like at a point where I'm like ready to slow it down just a little bit and ready to like obviously build memories with a partner, but you know, use those really have those relationships, have those experiences to like kind of launch pad me into that next phase of life and phase of relationships, and without the like distractions and noise of game days for for Cowboys or Titans or whatever it may be, or Alabama game days. And so I've like gotten it all out of my system, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. No, I feel you on that.
I get to like take it into the next phase.
Yeah, it's the next phase. Okay, so let's do the next phase of this, which is sadly the final phase, but it's the cool phase. It's the fast round. So don't think, just pick one. But like, just pick the one that you better not
Here's
like
the thing,
try to.
your first answer, like where you initially like,
Here you
your
go.
first answer is normally the right one.
It's always the right one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna trust that you're not gonna try to deceive anyone.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I forgive fast, or I need time to rebuild trust.
Trust.
Call me out gently, or keep it real, no filter.
Keep it real. Oh.
Voice note, FaceTime, or text.
Voice note.
High earner with debt, modest earner with no debt.
How much debt?
Answer the question.
But that
is. Let's say 50.
I'll go high earner.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's good debt. You know what I'm saying? Like
that could be a car.
Yeah.
That could be a something.
I'm surprised you didn't say what's high earner. Okay. Engaged in 1 year, or engaged when it feels aligned?
Aligned. Aligned.
Sunday brunch and Target, Netflix and recharge.
Netflix. Are we all boycotting Target still?
Oh, you right. You right. You right. You right. You are we still doing that?
I can say for you. I don't know.
I love that for you though. You better show. Okay, yeah, Alabama, all that, but I'm still down with the cause.
I have not been Target and I can't tell you how long.
You right. Right. That's my mistake. Ugh.
You gotta
Okay.
change that question.
And you had the right question. You had the right answer. Okay, so this is gonna be a good one. Workout partner or solo gym time?
Solo. Because I personally like that is my one time normally in a day where I get to like be by myself.
Or you don't want
him. We can go on a walk afterwards, but like let me go to my Pilates class by myself, please. Please.
And you don't want to see him in Pilates, do you?
That too, but also like give me an hour to myself,
right,
please.
All these people invite you to Pilates. Do y'all really want to see brothers in Pilates for real?
No, because then they don't know what's going on,
right?
And then they're like slamming the machine and
want all the attention. Like, this is my first time. This is my yeah. I feel you.
Let it be our space. Let it be our space.
So I'll never go. All right. So quality time on the couch or quality time on a trip?
Trip.
Show you affection or check in with words?
Affection.
Okay. So tall and fine or kind and funny?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it? Tall and kind.
Oh, now you need to be repeated.
Wait, are short and funny?
Wow.
How short? Like Kevin Hart short, or
yeah. Short based on like what you said 5'9", so let's say 5'7". Based on what you said, yeah, 5'7" and kind and funny, or 6 foot and fine.
Okay, can I just give one caveat here? Here's the thing, like, here's the thing. I can't answer that. Like, that is.
I did not think you would like not answer it. This is the first. This is the first, guys, on Well Match Live. This is the first. No one's not answered one of these fast round questions. Wow.
I literally cannot answer that.
Okay.
Like,
we're gonna give you some grace.
That's okay. Hard, because does that mean that like they're funny and short but an asshole?
It might. So that's why you got to choose.
Well, then you have to go tall and kind.
There we go. Okay, tall and fine. It was tall and fine or kind and funny. I
Then
was
I mean, because
shocked. So it's I was shocked. How she not gonna answer?
you have to go
She's like,
tall and you have tall and fine then, or tall and
tall and
kind
fine.
because oh
Tall and
fine.
fine. Kind and funny.
Oh kind. Oh, I think I flip flop those. But the kind and funny person is short,
Yes.
so well then you have to go this that way. Then you have to go to that one because if they're kind and funny, that means they're not an asshole.
I
So
just wish I had like the Curb Your Enthusiasm. Doom, doom, doom.
okay, but here's the one piece of my friend always says like there's nothing worse than like getting in an argument with your spouse and realizing that like you don't think they're
Oh
attractive.
my
And so
gosh.
like imagine being mad and then being like they're like you're like dang
With
I didn't
your ugly ass.
yeah
Yeah,
like
that's a
they're that's
tough
gonna make
one.
you more mad. So I
Cause
don't
women, y'all have y'all insult ready. It's like y'all keep it up there to where, or y'all just so quick to be like, oh, really? That's you coming at me? I got what I'm gonna say to you quick, like in the holster, like boom. What is that? Are you like that?
I'm not gonna say it because what I say is probably like
Cut deep.
yeah, and it's not meant to be mad. It's just gonna be like sarcastic or witty, and you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. Like you
There
gotta
you
know if
go.
that's the right time to play that card.
You
Um,
got
so
your cards though.
like you gotta know like you gotta know
Do you
what
play
triggers.
spades?
No,
All right, I don't. I really don't either. I ain't gonna even hold you.
my
That's
mom would be so. She tried to teach me. We didn't. I a little bit. I catch on fast. I'm a good. I'm great at
Okay,
travel though.
about two or three more. We're gonna see. Okay, so lead with vision or co-pilot the plan.
I'm leading with vision, or they're leading with vision.
He leads. He leads the vision or co-pilots the plan.
Well,
Well, I guess
the vision would mean that
either or. Like, what are you? Look at you,
if you know what I'm saying,
Mark. Just answer the question.
if he's leading with vision, that means we've talked about it before. So lead with
There
vision.
we
If
go.
we're talking about him,
Right. I knew that was gonna be an easier one. This was like that was like the toss up before
no,
I talk about. Okay, he opens the door or he does the dishes.
the door, because I don't mind doing dishes.
Okay, last one. Slow burn or instant spark.
Slow burn. That's how you sustain things. Like a wind could come and blow out your spark, but your fire's gonna last a little longer.
You better say, girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Well, everyone, like, thank y'all. We had some technical difficulties, but we kept it pushing. Shout out to Bree, like the conversationalist. Y'all saw it. Like, so kind, light, funny, awesome. And she has like an opinion, man. Like she has a perspective. Like, don't you love that? I know that I thought it was really cool. So you know,
just don't put me on a cruise.
just don't put her on a cruise
Please.
and don't have to hit snooze. That might be
That,
like the name of the YouTube.
yeah, that's the two things. Like other than that, I can deal with most things, but
Yeah, but
don't
I just
especially don't book a cruise without telling me first.
I'm guilty of that. I'm
I love the
guilty of
thought. I
that.
love the thought, but it
Yeah,
needs to be refundable. I hope it's refundable.
it wasn't, but we made it work. But look, that's me.
I
But
for you.
I know. I just want to say thank you
Of course.
because I asked you to do this. I know this is like not the most comfortable thing to do sometimes, but hopefully it felt comfortable. Hopefully it felt safe. As you know, I think very highly of you, have someone in mind, but would love to give people an opportunity to reach out if something Bree said was like, I don't know, got to you, and connected with you. Like, this is all about seeing the humanity in people and being like, you know what, I mess with that person. Like, it's about letting them talk uninterrupted and, not judging somebody off of a profile or just a few pictures scrolling through, right? Just like you want to hear people answer questions that are actually like meaningful and deep. So I just really appreciate you, Bree, for real, for doing this. I really enjoyed it.
Anytime. I figured, you know what, if I've been on a reality show, I can do this, right? I don't know. This may be a little tougher, but I think
You did well. You did really
I
well.
think if I can do the other one, I can do this one.
You killed it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll follow up. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow
Okay.
or probably text you tonight. Just again, appreciate you. Thank you for rolling with the punches with
Of
I don't know
course.
what with the IG. And
Yeah.
thank you
Right.
everybody for coming and sticking around. Really appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. And then on Thursday, we're talking with my boy Davion, which should also be a good conversation. So love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.